Hello friends, my name is Emile, and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic. This time taking a look at the 1997 Subaru Forester S Turbo. This car was requested by a Lonely Wolf, and I am a huge fan of the first generation Subaru Forester. I secretly kind of want one of these things, although I don't think I'd actually buy an SUV. They're not really my sort of thing, but the Forester is very, very cool. I was tempted to run this one without racing mod actually, because while the racing mod is pretty cool, it's very fluorescent and colourful, the standard car comes in two-tone, and you know I'm a bit of a sucker for two-tone in this game, so yeah, almost ran it without racing mod, but I decided to bring it with racing mod because I was genuinely kind of curious to see how this car got along. Four-wheel drive, 383 horsepower, 1,152 kilos, a hell of a lot of torque. Those figures are very, very similar to some of the Impreza wagons we've had around, so the question is, will this car be as good as those cars are? To find out, it is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Suzuki Scuderia Pikes Peak Edition, that's at time of 27.710. Forester is likely to beat that. However, this Forester's probably best aim, 30.5 is what I'm hoping I can get out of the Forester. That is slightly slower than some of the Imprezas, but it is, you know, quicker than a fair chunk of cars that we've had go around here. We have weird suspension. Very weird suspension, in fact. Okay, that's not quite what I was expecting from this car. Very leany by the looks of it, but do not let that put you off apparently, because 31.693, it's quicker than last time's TVR, but on the first lap, which is unsurprising because the TVR was mental, and a Forester is a fairly sensible family car, as long as you can put up with the tax prices and the fuel prices and the rest of it. Quite a lot of understeer, that is for certain. Yeah, this might be, I did an MR2 GT, yeah, actually nah, I did check all these cars before they did go out. They definitely have all the correct modifications on it. This must be just the way the Forester is from stock, so, or when fully upgraded. Although I will go double check, but yeah, I don't really have a doubt that this is just the way the Forester is. It's quite a lumbering car, which is a bit of a shame, but when it's not lumbering through corners, it's actually pretty darn good. It's really quick. A lot quicker than you'd really expect it to be. 30.471, well, at least I got my estimation correct. Or I got my time that I wanted from the Forester correct. I believe that might actually beat a couple of the Mitsubishis that we've had around. We've had a couple of Gallants, a couple of Legnums as well, so yeah. In the same vein though, I'm not actually sure how Legacies are getting all around here. This lap was messed up anyway, because I completely ran it wide on the grass on the exit of the final lap, or on the last lap, so yeah, not too bothered about this lap time, but we will try and get a good run up for this particular lap. Let's see how well this goes. Yeah, if I had to say anything, it's slightly worse handling than an Impreza. It's not quite as quick as an Impreza. Compared to the Legacies, actually, this is a pretty apt comparison. I think this is actually lighter than those cars are, which is certainly interesting. Yeah, this is sort of, I guess, is a bigger car than a Legacy. I don't actually know dimensionally. Maybe the Forester is slightly smaller. That is not going to be any quicker, but we do come on to the final lap. That first corner wasn't great. But yeah, it's got it twice at least, so it proves that that last lap wasn't really a fluke, that this car can actually get 30.5s or around that time consistently. Brakes are good. Brakes are very good actually for the size of vehicle and in this class. But yeah, we're not going to go any quicker unfortunately, but I am very impressed with the 30.4 for the Subaru Forester. Yeah, quicker than I was expecting it to be, certainly. I didn't really have much faith for this car getting a 30.5, but I'm pleased that I held out to sort of, yeah, get the time. Could it have gone quicker? I have no doubt. It probably could have got a 30.3 maybe, if I really, really was pushing it, but Yeah, there's just some sort of weird suspension wobble going on. If this car didn't have that, it would be flawless. Again, I'm going to check the upgrades. This should be fine, and if it was fine, you won't be hearing any of this because I would have re-recorded the episode. But yeah, let's go see where it places on our leaderboard. Onto the leaderboard then, and the Subaru Forester S Turbo is in 41st place with a 30.471, which is about where you'd expect it to. It is a bit slower than most of the Imprezas, however, it is a pretty darn good time overall. It's also worth noting I did go back and check the Forester, and it indeed did have all of the upgrades on it correctly. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hot Lap Classic. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.